Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Plarium just released a secret mini update, guys, that they haven't actually mentioned anywhere. And no, this is not clickbait, okay? So watch the video, you're gonna find out exactly what's happening. But you're gonna be able to farm mythical books. You're gonna be able to farm more Primal Shards. So that's the main thing. Now, if you guys remember what Plarium actually mentioned in the interview that Ash had with Cyrilla right here, I'm quickly going to play it for you guys so you hear the whole part.
To actually get champions in the game by, throwing in more resources.
Okay, you mean like quartz and stuff like that? Is that what you're referring to, basically?
Yeah, there are a couple of places that we are not considering already because this has been discussed and in development and will soon appear in the game. So the Hydra Clash. First, we are going to add more primal quartz in chests. And also, we're thinking about adding mythical tomes to those chests.
Okay.
For now, you can get them only in events and tournaments. And soon, the Hydro Clash itself will become more appealing because you'll be able to get more quartz from the chests. Also, the question that may follow is about the cadaver.
Yeah, that was my...
So, the whole idea, guys, we're going to be able to get them from these places. Now, probably some of you guys had no idea that this was actually discussed in the interview. They are trying to make the whole thing more appealing, okay? And that's something that is definitely pretty interesting. And we just had the Hydra Clash finishing, okay? So if you collected your chest, you're not going to be able to experience anything. But if you haven't collected your chest, stop it and wait till everything gets updated. Now, I'm not sure if it's already on Plarium Play as well, because I actually haven't restarted the game to see if I have an update coming. But it already updated on the mobile devices. So this is what Google says. I actually went on Google, updated my Raid Shadow Legends, and check this out. New update 7.70.5, okay? It's not 7.70 like the last one. Hydra Clash and Live Arena chest changes. You can now earn Primal Quartz from Live Arena chests, along with mythical skill tomes and additional Primal Quartz from Hydra Clash chests. Now, it is a bit confusing, the part with mythical skill tomes. Are they part of the Live Arena chests as well, or they're just part of the Hydra Clash chests, you know? Maybe this comma right here kind of like means that only from the Hydra Clash. But the main idea is that we can finally get our hands on more Primal Shards. Are definitely very desired by the people. We need a way to be able to constantly farm this. And mythical skill tomes, we had no way to farm this before because the only places from where we were able to earn them basically were from tournaments and events, but mainly from events that require us to either open a bunch of shards, either of course to open a bunch of soul stones. As an example, this is pretty costly. Now, if you're saving your soul stones and you're playing the game very actively in the end game, you should be able to save them for an event like this. Hands down, I'm not taking that away from the game. I'm just not saving them myself, okay? So that's my own fault. Then, of course, we have other tournaments that are pretty much the same. Either champion chase tournaments, either champion training tournaments with very high points. But I think I've only seen a mythical skill tome there once, or maybe never. Maybe I remember it wrong. We had them in Path of Light events, I think, before. And we had them in the Deck of Fate, you know? So they're not accessible for the majority of the player base, and considering that we do have a mythical permanent fusion in the game, I feel like they're definitely pretty important. Now, initially, one of the Hydra Clash chests, as an example, the top one, for example, drops in between 30 and 75 quartz. Last week, I got 30. Today, I got 45. And honestly, I want to slap myself for opening the chest as the first thing that I've done when I logged into the game, because who knows, maybe I was going to be able to get double or even triple. I just hope that they're going to be significantly increased, because it's not enough, man, to get one summon from here once a month or every 3 weeks. You know, it's really disappointing. It's a letdown. And the main thing that really needs to change with the Clash, in my opinion, is to enable every single clan to win some form of reward from here. Just either create a few new more chests or add some of the bottom chests to rank 4, rank 5, because I feel like everybody is putting in a lot of work in the Hydra Clash, you know? Your clan might be doing it as well, you might be doing it as well, and it feels really unfair and leaves a salty taste in the mouth to get nothing out of it. And the main problem is that the matchmaking system is all broken because you're constantly getting the same opponents every week. A couple of clans might change, but usually you're always against the same opponent because not only your clan's performance is involved in the matchmaking, the ranking of the clans is actually extremely important on how the clans are actually matchmaking in the Hydra Clash. And that's something that I'm experienced and something that I'm seeing every single week because I'm getting the same clans every week, but with a break of 2 weeks in between. So in the time of 3 weeks, I'm fighting the same opponents. Maybe the bottom clan always changes every week. And of course, different opponents this week, different this week, different this week. But then again, we start the same opponents like in the first week, 5th week, the same opponents like in the second, and the 6th week, the same opponents like in the third. So they definitely need to adjust a bit the matchmaking system here and definitely give rewards to all the clans. So Plarium, please listen to this. Even if you don't give the top chest, just give something, you know, because that will create more incentive for people to try even harder in the clash, regardless of what sort of firepower they have with their teams, basically. And they will make them to want to improve their teams to reach the damage. You know, now 35 million damage is not hard to achieve in Hydra with the multipliers. It is hard if you just started playing the game, you're just progressing through the game. And yes, I will understand if there are some clans in the progression part where they're not able to reach the milestones to collect the chest because of the cap, you know. So definitely they need to rework a bit the whole system to improve it, basically. Now, the main thing that I'm actually excited about it is the live arena too. So I've got my Quintus over 2 months ago. I completely stopped doing live arena after. I feel like since the last 2 months and so since I got my Quintus, I've probably done 15 arena matches, and 11 of them were done with Xena the other day when I actually got the battle pass to be able to showcase the hero in live arena and just on the regular server. And I haven't done any live arena since. Now, the main idea was that these chests were really underwhelming, guys, okay? Because you're just getting this gear, okay? You're getting rare pieces, you're getting 5-star pieces. And believe me when I'm telling you, with all the fights that I've done, because I was pretty high in Gold 3 Arena as well, like at 4,200 points, and I just deranked because I haven't played it at all. And I don't have a full set of any of these to be decent, okay? Because all the pieces are rubbish, so I just constantly had to sell them. And it's just no incentive for us to do live arena except doing your great haul. But now with something else on the top, I feel like it's definitely going to be something more interesting, you know. So let me just go on BlueStacks. I quickly want to check if we're going on the game, if the update is actually live, like the changes are live in game, or is something that they will switch on later after everybody will collect their Hydra Clash chests for this week. You know, very curious to see that. What's happening? Is it in the actual game or no? And let me know in the comments down below, guys. Is this creating a bit of a more incentive for you guys to try harder in the Hydra Clash, or you're still kind of like, no, I don't want to manual every week 5 hours of Hydra. You don't want to engage too much in live arena. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts as well. So let's actually head over right here to the Clash. And okay, so this is not actually in game, so they haven't added them to it. They will probably release an announcement in Discord that they will switch some new things on, or maybe they're gonna keep it a bit under the hood and not mention anything. You're just gonna get a small update on your Plarium play either later on today, either tomorrow, and they will switch that on. Let me just quickly check live arena as well, because I'm pretty curious now. And let's see, live arena chests still the same. Okay, so definitely not on. Usually on your mobile device, you're always getting the update faster. You guys know how it is, because that needs to be approved by third parties like Google or Apple. While they are on the Plarium play, they don't need approval from anyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm personally excited. I feel like it's a good change. Hopefully it's gonna be substantial, so it is actually worth it to do it. Now, I've missed a couple of things while I was actually searching for this part in the interview. I missed a couple of things right here, guys, that I would like to quickly make note of because I haven't discussed them before. And
personally, it'll be what
I had Cyrilla on my channel a while ago, and we discussed about artifact ascension and rerolling and other things like this. So they actually mentioned this in here.
Received with the because we've been like, I don't want to use the S word, but things, without having any idea of what's coming, things feel maybe a little on the stale side a little bit, So this is actually great news that all this is coming.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, quality of life, small, big, that's coming that you can tell us about?
Well, a couple of other good things is that we are going to add permanent super rates to dungeons.
Permanent super rates to dungeons. I completely missed this, guys. This is gonna be awesome, and not only because we're gonna be able to farm the dungeons twice as fast, but it's gonna be great when we have 2x speed, 3x speed, 3x savage. That's actually gonna allow us to farm more during that time. And I always said this is a good thing for their income, because whales will spend more money on energy, So when you have, I know it's not really gonna affect that much the free-to-play players when we have the 3x savage and this, because you're limited on your resources, but it's still a good thing for other people that might want to use more energy during these events. I don't farm dungeons at all outside of 3x events, guys. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm just doing my bare minimum for fusions, and that's it. I never farm more. I never go to win tournaments, especially since they removed the fragments from number 1, 2, and 3 in the dungeon tournaments and stuff. I just don't do it anymore during the fusions either, and I tend to go just when it's 3x, when it's a 3x event like now. Plus, having the super raids in all the time is something that it should have been here from the beginning, since they actually added them in. We have them for Faction Wars, we have them for the Doom Tower. Just make them permanent across the whole board, and that's a very good thing that they're doing it,
In replacement to those events.
And I just realized I have them on on more speed. I never tend to listen to them on normal,
That we turn on right now from time to time. So that will address a little bit the issue of the time spent in the game.
And I would like to see another time issue addressed in the game. So the one thing that I would like to see as well is for them to basically reduce the turn count on the Hydra. So right now in the Hydra you can go up to 1,500 turns, okay? Which is taking you, if you want a manual, probably 90 minutes per run. If they reduce that to 750 turns, every single Hydra clan boss team that was able to take the 1 key damage will be able to do the same damage. And will reduce the time that people invest in. And probably a lot of you guys that are finding this tedious will be a bit more excited to do your key, because instead of 90 minutes, will take you 45 minutes. And they will still have good metrics showing that people are in the game, because while the time will decrease from some people that are constantly try-harding to do this, they're try-hards, it will increase from other people that were just clicking on Oro and forget about it, because more people will be interested to do 750 turns instead of 1,500, and that will create a better balance in my opinion.
Also, the artifact ascension reroll. We're gonna let players reroll the bonuses that you get from artifact ascension, and that is coming, I think, also next year, like in the first half.
So that was it, guys. That was it. That is something massive, because when you are ascending your gear, so let me just quickly go, for example, on, I would say, let me go on Turvold, but I'm not going to go on Turvold because I moved some gear from him. If I'm going to my Baron, right? So when you ascend gear, you have 2 options. The first option, the rare gear becomes wow, okay? Then you have actually 3 options. The second option is the gear becomes meh, becomes crap. And the reason why is, it's not that this is a useless piece, but when you are competing with this piece against the next player that got a better ascension than you, okay, that will make you inferior by a lot, because the stats that you are getting from ascension are game changing. That's how us in the end game we are able to reach these disgusting stats: 9,100 attack, 320 crit damage. And believe me when I'm telling you, okay? Believe me when I'm telling you, mine is not +4, it's not 6-star awakened. And I'm not super lucky with all the rolls. I don't have perfect rolls. But there are people out there that have 360 plus crit damage, 10,000 attack, okay? Because of all the ascension and, of course, empowerment and awakening. So that makes a lot of a difference when he's attacking your defense with that and when I'm attacking his defense with this, So giving us a chance to reroll some of the pieces, hopefully for the better, would actually be amazing. But this is all for today's video, guys. I'm looking forward to the new rewards, looking forward to be able to farm more Primal Quartz, to get more Primal Shards, and to be able to farm more mythical books, because you know what? I want to get my fusion done. I want to get my Lady Mikage fusion, and I'm still missing a few epics here and there, but eventually I will get her, and I would like to book her as well. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.